Thanks for joining us. We are still on the press, reaching you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. And now we've gotten to the part where we invite Honorable Habib Gajo. Welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you very much.
How are you? Have you been?
It's been
How's Nigeria treating you?
Not fair.
Not fair?
Yes.
Okay.
But we will manage.
We'll manage.
It's our motherland, our fatherland.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. I like the fact that you're being positive about it.
Yes.
All right, then let's quickly move into it because we have limited time. One of the newspaper yesterday said something that I think was late yesterday in the evening. The Wheel newspaper said Honorable Justice Oyadeni of the High Court in Maitama, Abuja, has ordered the EFCC to unconditionally release Mr. Godwin Emefiele, a former governor of the CBN, or bring him to court on November 6th by 1 p.m. so the court can admit him to bail. What's your take on that?
Yeah, let me start from the judiciary.
Okay.
We have seen retired Supreme Court judges. Almost 4 of them retired this year. The last one is Justice Datijo, and the first one is Justice Ako. They made a very, in their valedictory, they made a stunning revelation what is going on in the judiciary. Sure. When Ako was delivering his speech, he said there is corruption. We need to clean up the judiciary, more especially the Supreme Court.
Okay.
On that, between 2 weeks, an issue of corruption arose, and Justice Tanko, the Chief Justice of the Federation, they have to force him out based on contracts, something. Now, if you come back to what Justice Datijo said, that they have a lot of cases that are more than 10,000 cases, a backlog only in this year.
This year alone.
You understand? And the whole of this year will end with the petition tribunal, election petition tribunal. You understand? From High Court, Appeal Court to Supreme Court. So they don't have time to do all these things. Now, this man is being charged with a serious allegations of corruption, and so many evidences from all angles, from the EFCC, from the DSS. In fact, it's the DSS that even started the investigation. And we all know that between the DSS and judiciary, there is love lost. So our problem of fighting corruption, I think, start from the judiciary.
Okay.
If you want to get it right, we have to reform our judiciary. Like let me borrow the word of Justice Datijo, who said a reform. We need to reform judiciary. You understand? Because some certain judgment, you will hear them somewhere, and most of these justices, they will not say anything, but when they are retiring, they will now alert Nigerians that there is a trouble in the land, there is a trouble in the judiciary.
So now this particular judgment of bringing him,
this order of the Honorable Justice Adeni of Maitama High Court.
Yes.
He has is the law. When you arrest a person, you have to produce him to court, to charge him to court. You understand? But also the security agencies will now say, we are still investigating. And if you want to investigate Emefiele, the whole of this 8 years of this administration will not finish.
It looks like Mr. Gajo has added 4 years to the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration.
No, I'm just giving an example, an insight. You understand? When we want to fight corruption, corruption fights you back. You understand?
Okay.
But honestly, the EFCC need to obey the law, the Constitution, and the act that from the EFCC. They should produce this man to court. He should be charged according to the law. Okay. You understand? But for the justice to say they should release him, on which order did he issue an order?
Exactly. On what ground?
On which ground? You understand? You have to have a ground. You have to, if they apply for bail, you have to listen, and you have to. The justices will rule that he's entitled to bail based on a fundamental human right. You understand? But the crime he committed has taken away his human rights.
Human rights. Okay, let's quickly take this call. Good morning. Thank you for calling the press.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Calling Shodi from Otupu, Benue State.
All right. Thank you for calling. Joining on the conversation in 60 seconds.
I want to thank your honorable
Gajo. Yes,
Habib Gajo, Habib Gajo. It's just that I don't know whether you are a barrister or you are one of the judges or whatsoever. I would have asked you a question. Do the judges believe in the masses? Now, they want the masses to believe them now. One thing that happens to let us know is just that any government that came into power, they don't believe in judges. More especially, they don't believe in justice. Let's take it like that. If happens that they believe, okay, look at, I don't know this man. It's a Muslim Islamic, how do I call it? I don't know, it's not jail. He was put in the custody since the time of Buhari, and I happen to believe that he's still there.
Is it
the same thing happened to Sunday Gajo. When this new government came, I happen to learn from last month that he was released, something of that nature. So I don't have it that our government, they believe in justice, or they believe in justice, something of that nature. So for that, let's just forget about it. What I was about to speak up about is just the newspaper headlines. There was an approval that was approved from, it was given to them on Tuesday to the Senate, and it was approved on Thursday. So what are we saying? I don't want to say anything a station. I don't want to say anything that will jeopardize anybody. But I have to say it now that our military and paramilitary, because the increment of salaries that was made only on the federal level, what of the state, what of the local government, they are nowhere to be right home about. Okay, now they are talking of an approval that was presented to the House of Assembly on Tuesday that was approved. Work of our roads. Let them move out, let them leave their flight and begin to walk on our roads. Let them see the road from Abuja to Lagos. Let them use their vehicle to move from Abuja to Lagos. Move from Abuja to Makurdi to the east, from east. What is happening? You see, look at the liter of gas that is what around 300. Can you carry a tuber of yam on a bike or on Bairo from here to the east? They are the government of the day has caused so much hardship on the masses that even if they like, let the military, the population of the military are not up to the population of the nation. So if they want to kill, when they cause everybody, just like a goat, they say a goat doesn't bite. The moment you push the goat to the wall and there is no space for the goat to run, it will bite you and you have a way to escape. We the masses are being pushed to the wall. As I'm talking to you, that there are certain people in my yard that have not eaten since yesterday. What do you expect them to do?
Okay, alright. Thank you for that.
There are so many things that is going on. They are not talking about that. Somebody is thinking of yacht. They are too and a vehicle for the house of you see the president's wife was. Look at all this mess. It's not making sense to us.
Alright. Thank you for that contribution. You already beat us to it. We're going to talk about the yacht, the 5 billion naira that was approved for the yacht. Yeah. Of course, one of the papers this morning, as in that they revisited that particular budget where they were allocated the 5 billion naira vote. Navy clears Tinubu, and the presidency has come out to say they knew nothing about that. But then it begs the question: don't all of these things have to go through the presidency before it gets to the Senate for them to approve? That's 1, 2, 5 billion naira for yacht for Navy.
Well, it's not for Navy, to be honest. You understand? All of us knows that the Yacht is a luxurious ship. You understand? For going to vacations, having parties, you know, celebrations and so on happen in yacht, and in that luxurious yacht or yacht they call it. It depends on the so and Nigeria we have one. We have been seeing it then in Lagos, CMS, close to Bonicamp Barrack, between CMS and Victoria Island. That yak is, the white yak is always there. They don't move it, they don't do anything with it. And I don't think the luxurious yak has a security or surveillance gadget. You understand? So probably, and it emanated from the proposal of the appropriation. You understand? I listened to one lady who is a spokeswoman to, is it the president or the presidency? The one that is with Ajuri.
Ajuri, okay.
You know, she pushed all the blame to civil servant. The civil servant that are putting it that way and calling it that way. You understand? But it's for Navy, it's for security purpose. We heard from her. You understand? Not the presidency. You understand? Not from the National Assembly, not from the Navy. So Navy has to respond. But I think also the civil servant has to come out and clean themselves on this thing, because you know it's a proposal. You understand? It's a proposal, and proposal is being made by the ministries. You understand? And being submitted with the PAMSEX directors and the minister who is supervising that minister are the one that is submitting the proposal of every ministry's budget, appropriation budget. You understand? Before the approval of the National Assembly to make it law. You understand? So from this side of the Senate, we hear that they have approved the money, because, and we Nigerians need to ask, what about the 40 billion
Well, they've. Sorry to cut to short. Now they've moved that money. According to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, it says reps transfer 5 billion naira for Yacht to students' loan as NAS approves 2.17 trillion naira budget. Now it looks like because of that money that was moved from the Yacht, they've moved 210 billion naira to. For 35,000 naira wage award for federal workers, and then we have defense gets 546.2 billion naira. Then now, what I said about the presidency, Tinubu didn't ask for presidential yacht. That's coming from presidency.
That's coming from the presidency. You understand? But who put it there?
Okay.
The spokeswoman blamed the civil servant.
And is it even the time to get a yacht when they've said that Nigerians should endure and all of that?
I'm coming to that. You understand? Now, the Senate has approved the loan and also their 40 billion luxurious cars. You understand? And they are telling Nigerians that our jeeps or our cars
are for bad roads,
are for roads. And you know, Nigerians, you have to consider our roads are bad. Our roads are bad, and for that you will go and you appropriate money for yourself to buy bulletproof SUVs. Cost almost 200 or 170 million. You understand? And you'll be cruising on the bad roads. You understand? And you push a ordinary man or a commercial vehicle or anybody, you push him away because you come with expensive jeep, you blow siren, everybody leave the bad road for you. You pass because government will maintain your vehicle, an ordinary man who will maintain his vehicle. So the caller also said that we don't have bad roads. This is what we need. You understand?
And even the bad roads they're talking about, do they ply this? Most of them don't ply.
Yeah, to some extent. You understand? They fly. You understand? They fly to everywhere, but no matter how you have to use a vehicle to your last destination. You understand? Like if you are going to Lagos, you drop at airport, the plane alight at the airport, you take your car or your jeep or your SUV bulletproof will now take you to Alabadu.
Because are they more Nigerian than the remaining Nigerians right now? That you want SUV to ply bad roads. That what happens to other Nigerians that you've had to endure? That's what we.
Yes, they said we should tighten our belt.
Why are they losing their?
Yes, that's what they said. We should tighten our belts. You understand? The worst is coming. You understand? The hardship is coming.
It's coming.
So we should tighten our belt. Because they lose their belt. They lose their belt because they have already accumulated big tummy and so on. They went to the Senate with our electricity or with our generator powered by our diesel, our taxpayers' money, our own money. They sleep in the chamber while decision or laws are being passed by the Senate President anyhow, no check, no balance, nothing. Anything the President brought or the President brought to the Senate, they will just approve it. Let me go back to the House of Rep. House of Rep that said, no, this is not right. You understand? Instead, take it to education fund, add it to education fund. Loan. You understand?
The loan, yeah.
It's a loan. So now the House of Rep is telling Nigerians that, oh, we are sympathetic to you. We know you are suffering. Young men, you have to go to school. You have to. You understand?
But the yacht will still be acquired.
it will still be acquired.
Oh.
That's how funny Nigeria is. No matter how you do, it will still be acquired. You remember the case of Stella Odua, the former minister, of aviation. The money was appropriated to buy those BMW bulletproof cars.
Okay.
You understand? But because Nigerians disagree and the voice is all over media, anywhere, that they're just like, even the National Assembly, then because they are not privileged to have bulletproof cars, now that they have a privilege to appropriate for themselves, so no more complaint. This woman was subjected to so many scrutiny. Even when she was a senator, she's still being charged to court for doing that. You know, money that is not being appropriated, and you spend the money. It's a big crime.
Okay, all right. Let's not flog that issue.
It's a serious crime. So the House of Rep are telling the youth or the Nigerians that we are with you, we are sympathizing with you, while the Senate we are for our own interests. We support government, whatever government brought, we do it. You know, at the final stage, the appropriation bill will be passed by the Senate.
Okay, let's quickly take this call before I ask my next question. Good morning. Thank you for calling the press.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, my name is Mr. Balagana.
Okay, Mr. Balagana. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Niger State.
All right. Thank you for calling. You're joining on the conversation in 60 seconds.
I want to talk on this NLC, the Imo issue.
Okay.
But the matter is still on that the NLC president was thinking already as in taking them abroad because of the treatment, because the gravity of the offense. But I want to say that this NLC president, our father is from Imo State, he's an indigene of Imo, and then he has been attacked in his own state. Say that there is something fishing in that Imo State. Imo people have to deal. Somebody was attacked in Imo State, what is something, instead of welcome.
Hello. All right, we lost that call. Let me quickly dive into one of what Nigerian Tribune has said this morning. CBN may begin disbursement of airlines trapped cash. That's for Nigerian Tribune. And you being, of course, you are into the Naira dollar thingy. So I'd like to know what this means for Naira moving forward if they disburse this trapped cash we have with us in Nigeria.
Yeah, if they paid all the backlog, then definitely they made the transportation sector easier. You understand? More especially the aviation. The price will go down, and the airlines that stop coming to Nigeria because of those trap funds, they will start coming. You understand? And also it will boost the economy, and also Naira will revive and it will get its strength.
But you know the law of gravity does not apply to Nigeria. Whatever goes up definitely comes down. Does that apply to Nigeria economy?
Yeah, it applies to some certain markets. You understand? It's not all the market that, for example, even the forex we are talking about, when it goes up, it will reach its peak, then it will come down.
Again.
You understand? Like food stop, it will go up during rainy season, but after rainy season,
it will come down.
So, but other things that we import, you understand, that we don't manufacture here, that the law of gravity applies in that place. You understand?
Yeah.
Like what the last caller said about the NLC president.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about his home state. You understand? It's about Nigeria. It's about Nigerian workers. It's about our freedom, our liberty. You understand? It's a struggle that was started. You understand? We struggled, we fought the military to get this democracy. You understand? And even during the military, all this rascality don't happen during the military. You understand? I don't know whether the military are more professional than the politicians. You understand? But you know, I have been saying, I think in this program, I said Ejiro should tread carefully. He should be very careful, because these people that are occupying the villa or occupying the government or the party that is in government are the masters of the game. You understand? They are the masters of the game. They are the one that is mobilizing for any protest in Nigeria then when they were in opposition. You understand? They fought all government. And they use all this unionism to fight the previous administration. Now is their administration. They know very well they are not doing well. They are aware that Nigerians are suffering. They are aware that their government is bad, because the admittance of some of them, the former governor of Edo State, the former governor, also a senator now, for him to come out and said, we inherited bad government. We had ministers who are saying, we inherited bad government. We inherited bad economy. They inherited everything from who? From the same APC government of Buhari that they have formed. And most of them, those who are saying they inherited bad government, they participated in that government they are saying is bad. Okay, let's quickly take this call. Good morning. Thank you for calling the press.
Thank you.
All right. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Same calling from the Wednesday.
Okay, all right. Please join in on the conversation in 60 seconds.
Yeah, there is something I happen to learn about.
Okay.
There is a statement with it. He says, if you say the truth, you die. If you do not say the truth, you die. Then why don't you say the truth and die? Yes, this year, Habib, there was a statement he made just now.
Okay.
You see, since the inception of democracy over 20-something years now, there was a time I asked a question on this your studio. What exactly have they done that the entire nation is reaping the dividend now? Nothing. I said nothing. Now the road we have been enjoying for years, for centuries, that has gone bad now, all are being made by the military. Let's just look into it now. You see, whether with all the statement you make as if the democracy, that is the government, the present government, they are so lenient that the protest will come in the sense that if you are in the opposition party, you come against them and make protests when they are wrong. But during the military, such thing doesn't exist. You know one thing?
What?
Why I so much appreciate the military is this. Not that I'm looking up to the military to come up. But why I so much love the military is when they take a decision, they stand by it. Look at all these roads they are being given to contractors. How many months to the moment they are grading the road, carrying the road, it will be spoiling following them because of the level of material they use. If it were the military, you start it afresh and you do it just the way they want. In fact, this present Nth Assembly is only by his grace, is choked by corrupt senators. I'm sorry to say this. There is somebody that stood up and made a comment concerning this yacht from the House of Rep. It must be somebody that stood up and made that comment and counter it. That no, we are having excess of problems on ground. There is no need for us to buy a yacht either for the president or for the Navy. They are not complaining. They have all the shit that they needed to combat any battle in the sea, on the land, and everywhere. What did they need the yacht for? As I'm saying this, you people have to send your correspondence, your pressmen and women, to follow all our roads and see how bad they are. As I'm talking to you now, to Ubulu, which is the boundary between us and Enugu State, if you see the kind of lorry that are coming there with loads of yams, all the materials needed for people to eat, so many people are going bankrupt. They borrow this money as a trader to go for their business, and all these things are being thrown away and be wasted. How are they going to pay? Why is it our politicians they don't have sympathy? They just need God, just like he has spoken in Amos chapter 1 verse 6, and what is happening now is happening in Gaza. We don't want it to happen in Nigeria because they know the pains and the cry of the common masses.
We do hope it doesn't get to that. All right, thank you. I'll call it.
So many things are going. What are they doing? The moment they brought out a proposal just on Tuesday, it is approved because all of them they are benefiting from it. That money will not help them when the time comes, and God will soon come and judge them.
All right, thank you very much. Let's quickly take our next caller, Elder Zion.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Elder Zion. So please step away from your TV set or you All right, join me on the conversation. We can hear you now.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can. Elder Zion, we can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Hello.
It is very unfortunate.
Okay.
It is rather very unfortunate that we ended up electing people who are worse than Buhari's government, who are so insensitive to the well-being of Nigerians. What are we doing with the last? When people come to us now, people, many cannot afford to live city. Many cannot even afford one. How much is rice? How much is other contribution? How much is fuel? There's somebody is telling me in Abuja approving cash of 160-something million for one person. Buying yachts, doing many other things. It's rather a pity. I'm only blaming the opposition, PDP and the Labour, and the NPP. They should come together and pressurize this government to do the right things, to look after Nigerians, to abide by the promises they made to the electorate. Let them come out. Let the press come out. If not, we have already been enslaved. This is government that will never stand by their promises. They promise everything. Since 6 months ago, we divert from it. I am appealing to the press to please help us. Help us and come out. Come out so that Nigerians will be saved from this hands of these people who don't have the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elder Zion.
God bless you people.
Amen.
Remember on Sunday to pray for for me.
Okay, we will.
I'll be 80.
All right, congratulations. Happy birthday in advance.
Happy birthday in advance.
Thank God for me.
All right, we'll do that.
God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Elder Zion. Do have a good day. All right, you've heard what the first caller and of course Elder Zion has said. I'd like to get your contribution on that because we have limited time now.
Yes, well, you know, they are talking of the corrupt civilian government. You understand? But when we are doing the struggle, they say the worst civilian government is better than the best military government. You understand? So, because is the government for the people, by the people, and
but is it really that way?
But yeah, it has been taken away by these hooligans in power. you understand? So during the military, you understand, it's just few military officers calling themselves military council, military revolutionary council, provisional military council, supreme military council. They sit down and decide and do what they want to do. That their decision is binding and it must be done whether you like it or not. That's the difference. You understand? But in a democratic way, you understand, people have voice. You know, they will say what they want. You understand? If you said you are going to give them water while they don't need water, they need electricity. They say, no, we have water, but we don't have electricity. You understand? They have the right to challenge, but during the military, you can't. You know, I was talking about the Labour president. You understand? You see, unionism now in Nigeria is dead. So we have to stand up, all of us. The whole Nigerian need to stand up to start a new struggle for liberating our country and our human right, a right to exist as a Nigerian, as an African. You understand? As human being. Because what they did to him is inhumanity. Let me tell you, people don't know. Ejiro went to Imo State because Imo State is owing 35 months salaries and arrears of state civil servant. 35, and somebody sitting somewhere in a courtroom will now give order not to go for strike or not to protest. Well, it's guaranteed in the constitution, and a judge will say, an industrial court will say, no, you can't go on strike. If that judge happened to be the one that is not being paid for 35 months, can he sit in his court?
He can't.
He can't. You understand? These are the issues. Look at doctors and nurses. Now we don't even have good doctors and nurses again. You understand? When this thing happened in Kaduna State, it's not only Imo State. During Ayuba Waba, the electricity workers went on strike. Emefiele, then the governor of he fought, they dragged, you understand? They protest, they strike, they did everything. Ayuba Waba went and joined the Kaduna State Labour chapter to struggle. At the end of the day, it will shock Nigerians that Kaduna State government at that time is paying their civil servant 19,000 naira, some 11,000 naira. Not, they refuse to implement that 35,000 minimum wage. Up till today, there is many states that did not implement that minimum wage.
But you understand?
So
you have to put in consideration that most of the states they actually came out to say, oh, there is no synergy. The federal government didn't speak with them as to whether some of them can actually afford this money. Because I know one of the papers recorded in where state governors came out and they were lamenting that, oh, they can't afford to pay this minimum wage they've spoken about because there's no money allocated to the states.
But they have money to enjoy themselves, to attend parties, to organize celebrations, and they have money for traveling all over, going to pilgrimage, going to medical tourism, taking their children to abroad for school. And they're telling us, do you know how much governors spend every day? And they will tell Nigerians that they don't have money to pay salary, while they are enjoying, they are squandering people's money, Nigeria's money, taxpayers' money. So that revelation of that Kaduna state is outstanding. You understand?
Yeah.
So Ayuba Waba going to Imo State to struggle with the state chapter. He is a right way, but to harass him, brutalize him, and did all these kind of things to him, you know, is undemocratic. Is not going to be acceptable. Okay. So labor union need to organize themselves as organized labor to come together to fight for their right.
I like that note.
You understand?
What you just said.
Yes, they have to come together and fight for their right.
Okay.
And if their right is a Nigerian right, it's our right. You understand?
All right.
We will support them.
Okay.
You understand? The struggle is continuous.
Okay.
Aluta is continuous. So they have to continue.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Habib Gajo. And our viewers at home, I'm sure you've heard that. Aluta continua. That is where we round it up for today on The Price. And of course, this week, as it is Friday, and don't forget what I said, thank God it's Friday. Do remember to have fun while you work and all of that. And this is where we draw the curtain for today's Price. I remain Miss Babajide. See you same time, same station next week. Bye.
Confidence, Ruben. Bye for now.